this out of your way so you can see me. Ebola. Wasn't that a cough drop? Ebola. I really feel sorry for the prostitutes because the business is really down because of it. I called all my prostitute friends and I said, is Ebola really affecting everything? They said, sure it is. Now my wife, which is, where is she? She's sitting out there somewhere. She's the one with the crutch. All right, let's get this out in the open. I broke her leg back in July. Before you say, oh, and ah, whatever, it wasn't a baseball bat. I tripped over her leg. We were on our boat. Now, my wife is a nurse, and she knows you have to put ice on a break so it doesn't swell. So she screamed, you broke my leg, get me ice. So I looked around on the boat. I said, you know, the only ice we have is in the cooler. That's keeping the beer cold. I said, I think you're going to have a little bit of swelling. A friend of mine the other day said, didn't the summer go by so fast? I said, no. You want it to go slow or break your wife's leg next year? I finally got her back out on the boat. We went out and she said to me, she goes, why did you bring the cinder blocks? And I said, I don't think the anchor is heavy enough to keep you under. She said to me the other day, she said, you know, you really need to lose weight. And I said, yeah, well, you need to get taller. She said, I'll probably get taller before you lose weight. I said, it's true. The other day we split a granola bar. She said, you know, if we had an apple, we could make a meal. I said, honey, no. You want to make a meal? You get the granola bar, and you get my NutriBullet out of the closet. Put a couple of scoops of vanilla ice cream, a little milk. You want to throw your apple in? Throw your apple in. Now that's a meal. She's always saying, you don't talk to me. You're always watching TV. So I said, okay. I turned off the TV. I said, sit down. Let's talk. What do you want to talk about? She goes, I don't know. I got to tell you what to talk about. We have nothing to talk about. I said, exactly. I put the TV back on. My wife went to the doctor, and he's very compassionate. He gave her this anti-inflammatory cream to rub on her leg to keep the swelling down. It worked pretty good. I tried it on my stomach, but it didn't work. And he's a really nice guy, very compassionate to her, and he's being really good to her. And I told her, I said, does your leg hurt? She said, yes. I said, limp. She goes, I can't carry a lot of things anymore. So I said, make 2-3 trips. Don't overexert yourself. I said, what's the pain like? She said, it's like having a toothache in your leg. Toothache in the leg, okay. We just found out my youngest daughter is bi-coastal. And we're going to support her in a new lifestyle. Now, when I was younger, I rented a house with a buddy of mine. And I was a little bit more marketable back in those days. I was young, I was racing cars, I was tending bar, I was skiing. But you bring home a lady or two every now and then. And they all had the same line. They'd say, you want to spend the night? And they'd say, I forgot my toothbrush. So I went to Caldor. Back in those days, you'd buy the cheap ones. They were like 10 for $1. So I'd fill up the medicine cabinet. Next time I brought a girl home, I said, you want to spend the night? She said, I don't have a toothbrush. I said, come here. Took her in the bathroom, opened up the medicine closet. I said, pick a color. I really like the internet. I think it's great. But they got to really stop writing stories about how to tell if your spouse is unfaithful. Now I can't get a haircut. I can't buy new clothes. And I can't lose weight. About 2 months ago, we came here to Ridgefield Playhouse and we saw a medium. She started her show off and she said, I see a woman playing an organ. Now I thought she said, I see a woman playing with an organ, so I said, that's me. I started singing the old Willie Nelson song, to all the girls I've loved before. Now what's with these beautiful teachers having sex with these teenage kids? I mean, where were they when I was growing up? All I had were nuns in black robes and habits. And then these kids go out bragging about it. I said, are you kidding me? You're going to blow a good thing. The other day, a Jehovah's Witness came to the house. Rang the bell, I opened the door, I said, come on in, we'll have a cup of coffee. What do you want to talk about? He said, I don't know. Nobody ever invited me in before. Well, I've done Weight Watchers every which way. I've done it at meetings in the old days. I've done it on the internet. Now they sell the meals in the supermarkets. I think it's great. They're just too small. It really should make a hungry man's Weight Watcher. You notice no one ever says to you, hey, you look great. Looks like you put on a few pounds. So I walked to the car wash the other day to save money. Save gas, rather. I'm sorry. About, I don't know how long ago, but my wife hired 2 Russian girls to clean the house. And I completely forgot about it, 220-something, whatever. I come home, I open the door, and I see these 2 beautiful girls on the stairs, cleaning the stairs. I said, what is it, my birthday? I said, I can't believe it. To this day, I swore they were wearing short skirts and high heels. She said, no, they were sneakers and shorts. Now we got a new cleaning lady. She doesn't speak much English, but she knows how to say, what a big house. And that's going to be $30 an hour. She left the other day, she tells my wife, you got to tell your husband, now I've been using Irish Spring all my life. I love Irish Spring. She tells my wife, you got to tell your husband to stop using Irish Spring. It leaves scum in the shower. I said, I stopped doing that years ago. When did they start adding nipples and mannequins in the department stores? I think it's really cool. The other day I was at the A&P checking out. There's a woman in front of me talking to the cashier, and she's saying, my husband really likes breasts. Doesn't like anything else, but he likes breasts. So I looked at her, I said, my kind of guy. I didn't know they were talking about chicken. We ran out of mouthwash the other day, so I needed to put something into the water pick, so I filled it with gin and a couple of mint leaves. You know that ISIS spelled backwards is sissy? They really are. Erectile dysfunction. Now don't worry, ladies, I don't have it, but at my age, you got to find out about it. So I went on Wikipedia, and I look up erectile dysfunction. Now there's 2 problems. It's either physiological or psychological. Psychological, I got that covered. I'm Catholic, I got a lot of guilt. Physiological means you have a physical problem. So they have a test. It's called a bulbocavernosus reflex test. That's when the doctor takes a gloved finger, sticks it up your butt, and with the other hand he grabs the head of your penis and squeezes it. I said, listen, if it ever comes to that, give me a prescription for the Viagra. Folks, thanks.